Hey there Facebook, it is Vanessa here again, your motivational speaker, trainer and head coach from Live, Love, Give. And today I wanted to bring you a special message all around the two concepts of authenticity and vision, and ultimately to manifest your ideal vision through the vehicle of your authenticity. So that's really what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. And the reason for it is because I truly do believe that it is your authenticity and your ability to know where you want to get to that is ultimately should be your two greatest filters in terms of everything that you do in every decision that you make. So really wanted to dive into that with you. Sorry, I'm trying to multitask at the same time as I talk into this. Done. Okay, so really, why I wanted to bring this to your attention is because so often in my own life, if I reflect back and I look at all those different times where I guess I didn't make the right decision or I didn't make the greatest decision, I guess, they can all boil down to one of two things. Either I didn't know who I was and I wasn't aligning with the truth of who I am and my authenticity, and instead I was overvaluing other people's perceptions and other people's way of being and their belief systems and everything that they thought I should be like. And secondly, I wasn't clear on where I even wanted to get to. You know, I didn't have vision. I didn't have direction. And what happens is if you don't know where you want to get to, you end up falling suit into some other person's pursuit of their dreams. And that's definitely how I have made some of my not so great decisions in my life. And it's definitely the work that I continue to do and have done that has given me the greatest benefit in terms of moving in the right direction. So today's message is ultimately all about those two concepts of knowing who you are, who is the real you, who is the authentic you, knowing who that is and aligning with that. And sometimes it doesn't necessarily mean you need to have this whole list of particular traits that make up the personality of who you are. Ultimately, what I'm talking about when I talk into authenticity is really your ability to tap into your internal wisdom, whatever you want to call it, your gut instinct, your internal wisdom, that voice on the internal world in any given moment who knows what the right thing to do is. And it doesn't always align with what the easy thing to do is. So that's authenticity to me. That ability to tap into your internal voice, your inner voice and wisdom in any given moment and filter your decisions through that place. Because I truly believe that we are all things. And there's definitely particular traits that we as an individual hone in on that, we really identify more with. But at the end of the day, we can be all things. We can develop into more of the different traits. And I do believe in doing that more consciously in terms of when you know what you want, identifying who you need to become more of in order to attain that result. But really what I'm talking about is that ability to tap into your internal wisdom, that voice, and listen to it. The one that always has the answer, the one that always knows what the right thing to do is, what you're going to feel best about, what you're going to feel more proud about. And if you're somebody who feels like, no, I never have the answer, I never know what I want, then I would really encourage you to go on a journey of really starting to tap into and listen to the internal voice, turn down the volume on the external, turn up the volume on the internal, and go on that journey of just asking yourself and tapping into that internal wisdom, with every decision that you're going to make. You've got to build that muscle to be able to listen into that, particularly if you're more extroverted like myself in nature and your focus tends to be so on the external that it rarely goes to the internal. And I've gone on a long growth journey to develop my internal world and to really be able to listen into it and value that and really have it as a go-to that I've trained myself to be able to tap into. But that's really authenticity. And okay, you can have that piece of the puzzle down, but you also need to know, where do I want to get to? And this is one that I continue to struggle with because it's something that I feel like I have to kind of go against my nature a little bit in terms of being more pre-planning because I kind of get a lot of energy from kind of being more spontaneous and being kind of like go with the flow and all of that sort of stuff. But that doesn't work out for me. That leaves me and most people in positions where they end up living someone else's life, and they get further down that timeline and they realize that, hey, this isn't really for me. And so I really, I really value now taking the time out to create some visions, and that's what I'm actually going to be working on between now and New Year's. I've got 3 different visions that I'm going to be personally focusing on, which are around my business, where I want that to go to, around my idea and concept around relationship, and also around my health. Those are my 3 major areas where I'm just going to focus. I'm a big believer in 1, 2, 3, too many. That's how our brains can sometimes get too overwhelmed and caught up with all these different areas of life. So for me personally, that's how I'm going to narrow it down and really have those as my 3 areas of focus coming into the new year. And I'm definitely, my advice to you is to definitely use the vehicle of your authenticity, your ability to tap into your internal wisdom, to move toward the direction of something magnificent, something that is not filtered through anybody else's dreams, desires, or expectations. And ultimately, it is, if you could have it all your way, what would this area of your life look like? What would your business look like? What would your relationships look like? What would your health look like? If you could have it all your way and you're only filtering it through the vehicle of your authenticity, that is where you need to start. And I hope you're going to get your mind in the game between now and New Year's, just like myself, so we can hit the ground running for 2018. And I can't believe I forgot to say a very, very Merry Christmas to all of my Americans out there and different parts of the world. I'm not sure about the time zones, but I'm on Boxing Day. I've just discovered that you guys in the States don't even know what Boxing Day is. It's more of a UK and Aussie thing, but that's what we call the day after Christmas. Boxing Day used to be for, packaging up all, gifts and things for the homeless and underprivileged, and really being charitable in that way. I hate to say it, but Boxing Day is kind of more turned into a shopping day. At least that's kind of how it is here in Australia, unfortunately. But I know there's a lot of great things being done today as well. And I'm definitely wishing you all a Merry Christmas. Second day running. So let me check in with you guys. Before I do, as I always want to just chuck in here, if you haven't already, come on over and join us in the Limitless Potential Inner Circle Facebook community, where we want to, create a larger and larger, ever increasing group of quality individuals who are all like-minded, who are into their growth and their ability to contribute at higher levels, and they want to help and challenge and encourage you to reach a new level of your potential. So definitely come on over and join us over there. And want to check in. I've got Sam and Stephen and Andrew and Gary and Susan and Judy and Jeff and Jared and Scott. Happy holidays to you. And Renee and Gary, Merry Christmas to you. Thanks so much. Same to you. And J-Lou, loving that you are finding this a great topic. And Tom's here, and Gabe and Marion and Mandy and Hassan and Tristan and Letty and Jacqueline and Star Style and Hassani and Pop and Tristan and Sam. How do I filter inner noise to tap into inner voice? Wow, that is such an awesome question, Sam. I love it. Thank you. So I've never thought about that, but I really love it because it's such a great question, because there is that internal noise, that internal criticism, that inner critic that sometimes just doesn't shut up. I would get you to start going on that journey for you as an individual in terms of deciphering the difference. So I would ask yourself, a great question to ask yourself is this coming from love or is this coming from fear? So your inner critic is always going to be coming up with whatever fears, whatever criticisms. If it decompresses your energy, then that is coming from fear. And on the flip side, your internal wisdom, it's like that freeing feeling. It's like that aha, like, yeah, I know it. it's a little bit scary, but I know that's the right path to take. And it's empowering, it's energizing. But yeah, I would get yourself to ask the question, is this coming from love? That is always going to be where your internal wisdom is coming from, that great inner voice, versus is this coming from fear? You know, that inner critic, that's where it's coming from. So I hope that is helpful to you, Sam. I so appreciate you and your question. And yeah, definitely a brilliant one. And Letty, good eve, Vanessa. The new year with challenges, 2018, how to start great challenges. How to start great challenges. Yeah, so I'm guessing what you're meaning is challenges like, you know, New Year's resolutions, new challenges, like things that motivate you and kickstart your drive. My challenge to you would simply be to discover what those three, I just keep it simple and easy. What are the three core areas of your life that you most value, that you most want to move forward in for 2018? And my challenge would be for you to create those visions. Keep it simple. Like for myself, like I mentioned, I'm doing a business vision, I'm doing a relationship vision, I'm doing a health vision. Those are the three core areas that I want to focus on. And yeah, that would be a challenge for you. I'm not sure I got your question exactly, Letty, but I absolutely appreciate you, and definitely let me know if I can, if I didn't get something right and I can explain something better. And Gabrielle's here, awesome. And Merry Christmas to you, Pop, thank you. And Neil's here, and Frederick, and Gabrielle, thank you, Vanessa, wishing you the merriest Christmas, and same to you. And same to you there, Sam, thank you. And Kelly and Hines and Stanzu and Gary, just focus on what you love in life, your passion. Live in the present, the past is history and the future isn't guaranteed. Absolutely, Gary. I love you sharing your words of wisdom here. Thank you so much. And Christopher, 2018 hit the ground running. Absolutely. And Merry Christmas to you. And Hassani, Merry Christmas, V. I love that idea of picking three areas. I think that will really help me stay focused and not get overwhelmed. I love that. And big Merry Christmas to you, Haas. And yeah, definitely that, you know, I've gone through the whole process of setting visions in 7 or 8 different areas of life. And I think that it can be valuable, but I just, you know, through my own experience, you got to work out what works best for you. You know, for me, if I just focus it to those 3 core areas, that really works for me. I don't feel overwhelmed. I feel empowered, and I can actually make some traction. So I love that resonated with you, Haas. And Jim's here, and Romany, and Stephen, Merry Christmas, and Abhishek, and Alexandria's here, and Linda, Merry Christmas, Alexandria, and Melissa, and Marco, and Kamal, Merry Christmas to you, and much love, and Simon, and Maddie, thank you okay, Merry Christmas to you, Maddie, and Mandy, I have the same challenges, and your advice has been very helpful. That's awesome, Mandy, I love hearing that. And Rinske, Merry Christmas to you, and Jared's here, awesome. And Pascal, Merry Christmas. And Jason and Sam, thank you, brilliant explanation. I felt sensations in the body, feeling fear and love, and noticing internal wisdom. That's what I love to hear, Sam. Thank you so much. I'm glad that was helpful. And definitely, guys, remember, you know, to manifest your ideal vision. So you've got to have the clarity on what the vision is through the vehicle of your authenticity, which is your ability to tap into that internal wisdom and let that guide you in the direction of what's most real, what is most right and most authentic to you as an individual. Absolutely. And just last little comments here. Diego, thanks for being here. And Dennis, Merry Christmas. And same to you. Wishing you a lovely Christmas there, Hildy. And much love to you, Sam. I'm absolutely, as always, sending you all of my love, light, blessings, gratitude, energy, enthusiasm, everything extraordinary on your Boxing Day or Christmas Day, whatever it is for you, wherever you are in the world. I hope it's absolutely brilliant and amazing. And I cannot wait to see you guys tomorrow. So hope you're spending some beautiful time with your beautiful family like me.